Welcome back, everybody. As always, I would like to introduce our players for today's game. We have Ben playing Tickto Keeper and Brian playing Edward Niven. Before my abrupt departure, our party was entering a town being besieged by giants. Edward had taken to helping locals escape, and Tickto had taken to the flying carpet to go and confront the giants, it seemed. We don't know, so join us on our quest to become Nerds of Legend. Tickto, you had just been cast, Edward had just cast guidance on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are on the flying carpet heading towards the giants. We're going to start with you. What is going on in your head, and what are you doing?
Well, I was wanting to try to fly the carpet to about like halfway between the group of the giants and the group of devils.
Easy enough done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy enough done. You are, the carpet, you're hovering probably, let's say, 40 feet away from the giant. You're within stone throw, which you remember from your last encounter with the stone giant.
Mm-hmm.
They do throw rocks.
Yeah.
But you are within a stone's throw, but not striking distance of the giant. And you can very clearly see them, like, targeting anything that looks remotely devilish.
Okay.
And you hear the familiar guttural sounds of giantish being spoken. And it sounds very accusatory.
Oh, interesting. How close are the devils grouped up?
They're scattered all around.
Yeah.
You do notice, let me get a perception check.
Okay. That's not great. That's a 5.
Okay. They seem to be all over the place.
Okay. Is there like a group of them that I can see?
Not that with that perception check. No, you're not able to pick any particular group out of the like throng of people and massive feet stomping all over the place.
Okay.
Edward, I want a perception check from you and a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wait.
This is for Edward.
What about guidance? What does guidance do?
Guidance gives you plus D4 on your next roll. I do believe that's for your ability check. So that means that you can do it for
Does a 9 change it at all? Damn it.
Too low. You really try to focus, and you feel the juice of the spell coming through and getting you to pay attention, and you notice that there are a lot of people down there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I'm sorry, which did you say you want first?
I want a perception check from you as well, and then a dexterity saving throw.
All right, I'll give you perception first then.
That is the first one, because that will tie into your dexterity saving throw as well.
All right.
Ooh.
So that's a 10 total.
Okay.
And dexterity saving throw. 13.
Okay. You are also looking around because your mission is to save people, as you said in the last episode. You're looking around trying to differentiate the number of demons and people, and they're just all kind of melded together. But you hear a rumble, and you're able to step out of the way as you see another, you see a bullet come up out of the ground and just start running, almost playfully into town. And it pounces on one of the demons, the smaller one, and just shreds him up. And then just kind of prances off, and it's really weird. It's almost like a puppy.
Well, I remember what happened with the last one, so okay. Got
All
it.
right. Tickto, we're back to you. What are you doing?
I'm angry.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
So how many devils can I see right now?
Your perception check, you cannot differentiate them, and there's none that
I can't
are
tell the
actively
difference.
in the air. There's none that are actively in the air at the moment. You're still a distance in the air. You could always move closer and try again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wanting to like be. All right, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my full movement on the carpet to look for devils.
Full movement's like 150 feet.
Yeah.
So you're gonna like. For that, you could like do a full loop and go up and down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a flyover, like.
Okay, so you're gonna do. Then I want 3 perception checks from because we're gonna do high, we're gonna do middle and low. So we're gonna do the highest one is gonna be at disadvantage, and then middle will be. So you're gonna roll 5 times. 2, once at advantage, once at disadvantage, once at just regular.
Are we still on? We'll be right back.
No.
Nope.
Okay, sorry.
It's all good. So roll 5 times.
No, which is the first one? The high altitude, middle, or low? Are you high, middle, or low?
High. Yeah. Sure,
Okay,
high.
that's a disadvantage.
Rolled 2 19s.
Okay. You're able to see the devils that you could see them clearly. You could see the armor, and you could see the ones that are approaching, and you could see the ones that are retreating. The lower level ones, like barb devils, are not. The chain devils are kind of standing their ground.
Mm-hmm.
And you see a couple other characters that are standing, and then you see one stalwart character that's like going toe to toe with one giant, and he doesn't seem to be a devil, but he's covered in some very bright armor, doing a lot of like fancy moves and footwork.
Okay.
Working over one of the giants.
Do I see a grouping now?
Yes, but there's people in dispersed running, but you do see a cluster more or less of devils in one area.
Within like a 10-foot radius, so to speak?
Sure. It could be in a 10-foot radius. You can hit 3 of them.
Confusion! I'm gonna cast Confusion on the
Range spell.
90 feet.
Okay. And I assume that the ones you're doing need saving throws?
Yes, wisdom, please.
All right. One fails with a 10, and the other one passes with a 21.
What about the third one?
Also passes with a 21.
That bitch. All right.
So one of the chain devils that's kind of standing its ground is kind of turns and just starts wildly flinging his chains around.
Actually, hold on. This is what he does. Let's see. He doesn't move or take any actions this turn.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's not what I like at all. I hate that so you just have him stand, so like you just stand still then.
Until the start of his next turn, so he's just like
okay.
Confusion has random effects.
Yep.
I like the idea of him fighting because I was just going to have him be torn apart by his other. As you are going, this slight creature in like a blackish armor runs up the back of the giants and just like stabs him in the sides of his neck and twists, and the giant's head comes off and then as the giant's falling, it runs back down the body. And then just kind of joins back in the melee. There are like 4 giants left.
Welp.
Yeah, there are. Edward, you where you're at are now noticing a slew of low-level demons are all just trying to like fuck right off. Like they want no. They're like, we are not going to be part of this. You come across a number of imps and a number of spined and bearded devils running.
Okay. I'm not looking for them. I'm looking for people to help. So.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. You look and you notice this tavern that has the picture of like a shifty-faced gnome on it. And it's called Dribble's Drinking Spot. And you notice as you look in, there is a glut of people on the inside. It is packed. And as far as you can tell, it's mostly humans. And inside, you see a large man with a vacant kind of expression. He's like, I don't know, he's not tall, but he's like broad as shit. And he's got this blank expression as he is just, any devil that comes to the door, he just, like, with no change of expression, cuts him up into little pieces.
Okay.
And you hear somebody be like, hey, you come up to the door, you hear anybody be like, Brock, what is happening? Don't let any of them in. And people yelling. You hear the name of the person at the door you assume is Brock from them yelling at him.
Okay. Is Dribble's Drinking Spot in the path of any of the destruction that the giants are causing?
No. They're moving. Okay. They're kind of focusing on the far end of town, and this is in the central marketplace.
Okay.
So if they decide to systematically wreck the town, they would eventually get there. But right now, this is a place that's not in danger, other than rocks being thrown, obviously. But
okay. In that case, I'm going to immediately beat feet from that spot. And what I'm instead going to do is I'm going to try to get closer to where all the chaos is going on with the giants and the devils to try to help those people and then send them back to this spot, which seems like a little bit more of a safe area.
Let's get a I'm gonna say I would like to get a persuasion check from you, and a performance check as well, because you're trying to get their attention while they're in a complete panic mode.
Okay. So, do you want my performance or my persuasion first?
It's first.
Sorry, performance first, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or, if that, go ahead.
Okay. Performance. That's a 7.
Okay.
And a 5.
Okay. Yeah, you're really struggling to get their attention. They're running they are running from crisis, and you're just not creating enough of a distraction or an attention-getting scenario for them to even want to stop and listen to you. So they're like running around you. You're like, hey, stop. You have to, they don't care. They're not listening to you. So,
specifically what I was looking for, and perhaps this is my fault for not being a little bit more clear. I want to go and find the most helpless of the people on the ground. The people who are maybe either
or injured people.
Or yeah. I'm trying to get the people who look like.
And you're going to have to get right up. You're going to have to get right up to that zone.
That's fine.
Okay.
What I want to do specifically is I'm going to adopt my celestial starry form of the chalice, so that I can heal with greater ability.
Okay. All right, well then, while you're moving forward, we're going to go back up to Tickto, who is witnessing this fight from up top.
Okay.
And you just saw this lone character behead a giant and then run
He's
back
in, like,
down.
black armor.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do a flyby.
Okay. As you go, where are you by the giants?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like a dexterity save from you.
Okay.
And you're not engaging the giants.
No,
correct?
I'm not. I'm not like.
Okay.
I'm going to. So, all right. If you want a dex save, fuck. I mean, I can't get a fucking good roll.
You are
it's
on a
11.
carpet, so.
11.
Okay, that's good enough.
Okay.
You're able to narrowly swivel out of the way as you see them start a lumbering swing with their club. And
so here's what here's what I wanted to do as like that dude that just like beheaded the giant. Is I'm just gonna be like,
you're still in the middle of actions, so
yes.
As you're going, you see the giant swing, and you swerve out of the way, and he lands his club onto the ground and squashes a number of the devils that are in that area. So, like 3 of the lower level devils, including the one that was confused and staring off into space.
All right. Well, I don't need to worry about that spell anymore. I am going to cast a 4th level Dragon's Breath, and it is it's a 15-foot cone, so I kind of want to like do like a flyby and then like go back up in the air and try and catch as many devils as I can in this 15-foot cone. Okay. So how many can I hit? And I need dexterity throws from however many I can hit with that. Focusing on the big bad.
I believe you can hit 4.
Okay. So I need 4 dex saves. It's going to be lightning.
You're doing lightning damage?
Yeah.
Okay, that's much better. Yeah. I was like, I'm looking at the stats, and I'm like, you do know devils are immune to fire.
I am fully aware.
Yeah, so I
feel like I've read that. I feel like I've read that devil book enough that I should know.
All right. Dexterity saving throws?
Yep.
What do they have to beat?
They have to beat a 16.
All right. 2 fail. 2 make it. 1 with a 26. He rolled a natural 20. And another one with a 25.
And is that is one of those ones the big bad dude?
Nope.
He passed or he failed?
He moved out of the way. This guy, he moves super fast. Like he almost saw it coming and dashed out of the way.
So that's
It's called evasion.
Oh. Well, they take, if they passed, they take, so if they succeeded, if they failed their save, they take 13 lightning damage. If they failed, then they take
26.
26.
Okay.
And so that was my bonus action. And at that point, I'm going to turn around and the big dude, I'm going to be like, I'm going to cast a 4th level magic missile at him.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, dodge these, asshole! So that is...
How high up in the air are you right now?
So as soon as so I'm like doing a flyby. So I had to be within 15 feet. I had to fly within 15 feet for the dragon's breath.
Okay. And then you
and so basically I'm trying to do like an arc thing. So I flew down, go back up, and then use the carpet's movement to go 75 feet back up and away.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how many damage does he take? I'm actually gonna track this one.
So that is. So it's a 4th level. So that means 7 total darts. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 25 force damage as I pincushion him with magic missiles.
Okay.
So it's basically like...
Okay.
It's like imagining Tickto just being like... And like all these darts like come in and just like...
Okay. As you
so I
hit
like flip
his
him
head
off, and then I turn at the Giants. I'm like, So I like flip him off, and then I look and try and get one of the Giants' attention to be like,
4 Giants left. We'll see if any ever were paying attention. One Giant looks and he goes,
Don't take the tiny one.
I'm like, but it's the same one you killed his dog. No. But the guy who you just hit, his head, he snaps around and looks at you, and he looks directly at you. And you feel like this wave of energy hit your, like right in the middle of your head, and you hear a voice being like, "What are you doing?" And you, like it hurts. So you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Ow! I felt like fucking up some devils today, and the Giants seemed like they, were on that side.
He's now, you now are in a psychic communication with this person.
Yep.
Who's like, so you tell him the Giants are fine. He's like, they are in our ways, and Lord Asmodeus has said they must be exterminated. Are you with us or against us? Because right now you seem against.
Fuck Asmodeus, I'm Pelor's boy.
Who is this Pelor?
He's gonna make your god his bitch.
He's like, then you shall die as well. Roll initiative. You guys are now fighting the Eye of Asmodeus. You are fighting the Eye of Asmodeus. Edward, you are doing nothing fight-related.
What I will do, just in case, is I'm going to roll initiative now, so that if I decide that, like, he needs my help more so than anything else.
That was a 26 for my initiative.
You were 26?
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, then, Tickto, you definitely start.
All right. So this is so that was like a surprise round, so to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to loop back around with the carpet. Like I said, I'm doing flybys. I'm not getting within attack distance of any of these people. I'm trying to fly by, not go within range, just use this superior movement that I've got to my advantage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Is there anything within a 10-foot radius of the bad dude?
Yeah, there's a bunch of people and demons running around. He's on the ground now, laser focused on you.
Okay. I am going to I don't even have to get close for this one. Well, I'm still going to get within 15 feet to hit with my breath weapon. But I need are these people that are in his 10-foot radius, are they injured or what's going on?
Everything is in there.
Okay.
They are people, they're demons, some are injured, some are dead.
So all the demons / devils within this 10-foot radius are going to, I need Constitution saves.
Shit. The dice gods have told me that you have 15 devils in that range.
I need Constitution saving throws from all of them.
Now we're going to roll a group of 4 and just do that by everybody. All right. So 15, 8 pass, 7 fail.
Okay. So they're going to take 46 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Because I'm casting Wither and Bloom upon them, which is technically a necromancy spell, but in my mind, it's basically like I'm like rolling time forward on like everyone that I choose, and like rolling time back on like I can choose one creature in that area to spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice. So that is going.
Oh shit! He was in there too.
Huh?
He was in there too, huh?
Yeah, I centered it on him.
He rolled a natural 1.
So that will be 12.
But he's going to use one of his legendary actions and succeed that one.
So he takes half.
Yes.
So
no, he takes none because he evaded it.
He's a fucking rogue again. Wait,
oh, yeah,
technically, does he get another evasion since the first one was a surprise round? I thought it's like within one. You can only get one of those a turn.
First one you weren't in. The first time you were not in initiative order. Now you are.
Very well. 19 necrotic damage or half if in the case of those that pass the save.
The smaller ones die.
Yeah.
Like, because some of them were hit with lightning, some of those. So you have 8 left, and they're very focused now, looking up at you.
And then I'm gonna hit him. And then as I'm flying by, flipping them off, I'm gonna be like, lightning at the dude. Yeah.
So which one are you doing then?
I've lightning damage with Dragon's Breath because it's my bonus action.
Okay, so you roll for damage on that one.
Okay. Well, I need a dexterity save again.
That's a critical. That's a natural 20.
Okay, so he takes half.
Yes, because he's already evaded.
Oh,
huh?
Yeah.
He's already evaded.
So. Oh shit! I forgot. I need to bring up his ability.
14 lightning damage, and I'm gonna continue on and be like, just like, and like continue flying away. Hopefully, out of his range.
Yeah. That's so he took how much?
He passed, right? So it's 7 for him. And then anyone else around him also took damage.
Yeah, that would be the remainder of them took. So 4 more drops. So there's 3 of them left.
You're not even rolling for it.
Yeah. So now it's his turn. All right. Okay. And he is going to...
I'm now 75 feet away.
Yes. Are you paying attention to him?
Yeah.
Are you like staring hard at him?
I'm gonna say I am concentrating on flying the carpet.
Okay, cool. I want a perception check to see if you're paying attention to him or if he's disappearing in the throng of people. Because he's cast a stealth. So he had, which is 22.
Oh, come on, dice, don't fail me now. That's just a 14, so he disappeared back into the throng. I have 0 to perception. Edward would have clocked him, but I can't.
Yeah. All right. Does a 16 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, counting that.
Am I within his range?
He has got an ability called Psychic Blades, where he can make a blade to disappear and appear 10 times further than where he threw it.
I see.
So his range goes from 60 feet to 600 feet on this one. It's once per day. So you are hit with 24 points of piercing damage as this blade appears out of nowhere and skewers you.
Son of a bitch!
And then at the top of the initiative order. Oh, nope. The giant steps on nothing.
Oh.
All right, it is now your turn.
Edward.
No, Edward's not in the initiative order. But Edward, what are you doing right now?
No.
We'll add you in the order.
I got a 14 for my initiative, and I'm still, at the moment, because I'm not really paying attention to Tickto and his fight, because, I'm kind of assuming that he's doing what he said he would do. I'm still looking and trying to help out the people who are the most injured and are currently in the path of danger.
You are completely unaware that a major portion of the devil throng has just been like burned or eviscerated or lightninged into nothingness.
That is
So
correct.
you have no idea that this is going on, but you do come across a large spined creature. And you've seen this before. It looks like a spined devil that has fallen and seems to have impaled a number of people as it fell. And from what you look at, it looks like it fell out of the sky. The 3 people are alive. 2 are minorly wounded, like they've gotten impaled in the leg. They're not moving. But one looks like mortally wounded as its spear had fallen and kind of like went into the lady's guts. And there is a man trying to lift the creature up, the corpse, off of his family. And is almost there, but not quite. He is scratched, but not mortally wounded or punctured in any way.
Okay. What I'll do then is, you said he's almost there, but he's just not got it?
Yeah, like if he was a little bit stronger, you can.
Then I go ahead and I run up and cast guidance on him so he's stronger.
Okay, yeah. When you push that little bit up and over, plus his adrenaline surge, he gets there, and he gets it up and over.
Then immediately what I'll do is, if I can, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on the person who is mortally wounded.
Okay.
And because I'm also in chalice form, I can also heal another D8 to someone I see within range, which I believe is like 60 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of like look to... I'm sorry, 30.
Do you hear Tickto just like flying through the sky, cackling madly?
You are beyond 60 feet. I can't help you.
No, I was just wondering if you can like see Tickto just like.
Okay, so the one is mortally wounded. We'll get back 7 health.
They're pretty good now. Now they're just pretty heavily bruised with a couple scrapes and like kind of like a deep gash in their stomach. Like not the puncture, it's like healed up almost to where it's like it's one of those things where you're like, just keep it clean and covered and you'll be fine. So, but it'll leave a scar.
11 hit points to the other person that I healed.
Okay, so there was 2 children. One, so you healed one completely, one most of the way, and then the other one you left because you don't have the spell for that.
Well, I can only heal 2 people.
No, I get that. I'm just asking for this one. Okay, because it's only...
well, if they still look like kind of relatively injured, but like not mortally injured, what I really want to do is I want to heal them enough to the point where they can kind of like pick up the one who is still like got some cuts and bruises and whatnot.
You've done that.
And I just want to tell them to get to the Dribble's drinking spot.
Okay.
Along with the person who like lifted the thing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me get a performance check. Or well, what do you look like right now?
Like Edward.
No, I thought your chalice
Starry
form.
Man.
I thought your chalice form you look like Starman.
That is correct.
You know?
What happens is I've got a form that sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for another 10 foot after that, and you can see all these like intricate like patterns that look like constellations.
So you're essentially like the night sky in a person form.
Yeah.
Oh, certainly. Yeah.
You just look like this like radiant being basically right now.
So long story short, you are drawing a fair amount of attention to yourself now. Like now they're like, hey, look at that over there, except more excited. And then you heal them. And so they're listening. They're like, yes. What is your name?
My name isn't important. You need to get to Dribble's drinking spot immediately.
Right. And the man tries to lift up the injured one, and the other one support him. See if the dice love you. They do not. So, they hobble off. And you move up to the next one. And you see a monstrous human being, like, with 2 swords going toe to toe with this devil as well. Like, and a number of people standing behind him with various cuts and bruises, and
there's a dude fighting a devil?
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's like a full-blown rager, too. Like, he's like, I've had, you hear him yell little snippets of like, I've had enough of your shit and your kind for long enough. And, he's just full-blown, I mean, you've seen this before, like, blood-red eyes, like, he's like, spittle at the sides of the mouth, like, this guy's in a full-blown battle rage. And behind him is, like, 5 or 6 people of various species. You see a small gnomish mother holding a baby, and she's got, like, a deep gash on her shoulder. Looks like a older human male that is, you hope is unconscious, because people are huddling around him, but he's just laying there. And then you see 2 tabaxis who have, like, a different garb from the area that you think are probably merchants that are also shielding this person. Okay. But other than the gnomish lady, like, it is very clear that this person is doing the guard work. Like, he's protecting this group.
Okay, then what I want to specifically do in this instance, if I can.
All right. Well, this is going to be the end of your initiative. You're going to be whatever you're going to do is heading towards it. We're going back to Tickto.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. No, we're on you.
I was going to rush up to the person who I hope is unconscious, and they are the one who's going to benefit from the Cure Wounds spell I'm doing, but I'm actually going to use the Chalice form to heal the defender.
Okay. Okay. Well, then that is where we'll pick up on your next one. We're going to go back up to how many? You don't have more than one act. That you can't cast 2 spells, right?
I have my bonus action, and I have my action.
No. We're talking Edward. Okay. Edward, can you cast 2 spells or no? Oh, you can?
No, I mean I can if one of them is a bonus spell and then one of them is an action.
Is one of this a bonus spell that you're doing? Because you did the one.
Yeah, if I'm doing the Cure Wounds on the one group and then heading over to this one, then this one will have to be on my second round. Yes.
Yes, on your second round. Tickto, back up to the top. You just got slammed in the guts with a knife.
Ah, you fucking prick. I like how Tickto's like morphed to like he gets like a fucking like battle rage while he's like fighting, just like. Okay. Anyway, I am going to like try and do like a flyby and clock the dude again.
Okay. How close do you get?
15 feet.
Oh, really?
Of his last known location.
Okay.
But like flyby.
Okay. So you're gonna go by a throng, which is basically a pile of like burnt devil corpses.
Uh-huh.
And you as you get closer, you see that there's a couple people in there too, but they look like they were bashed and cut and not burned and electrocuted. So. But in your mindset, you're struggling to tell the difference because now you said you're in a battle rage. You're not.
I didn't say I'm in a battle rage. I'm like in.
Words.
I like whatever. Like he gets in like he's like. Battle lust, like he's like because he's like having the time of his life because he's getting to like sling spells indiscriminately.
Okay, almost. So we're gonna stick that with all right.
Whatever.
You have to.
I'm not. I'm trying to avoid collateral damage.
But you're gleefully flinging magic willy nilly.
Yes.
Okay. No, well, let me get a perception check before you start just. Rocketing spells all over the place.
Okay.
And how focused would you say you are right now?
Oh, I am like trying to like focus so hard on finding this guy.
You can do this at advantage then.
Okay. Good, because my first one was a 9. That is an 18.
Okay.
Or 20. Dirty
And
20.
that you're drawing a lot of the you're starting to notice, like, as you're drawing so much attention to yourself right now, that the majority of the people left here, the devils are in confusion, or they've been crushed by the giant. And a lot of the people took this opportunity to, like, as soon as the devils turned away, are like, we're out of here, and they started going up. You do, though, see a couple different people actually going, like, blade to spear with some devils of the lesser varieties. Like, you're not seeing, like, the Uranes or, like, the chain devils getting fought, but you're definitely seeing, like, bearded devils and, like, the lesser ones go after.
Mhm.
Yeah, you are seeing a little bit more of the resistance that you have not seen before, and it kind of gives you, like, this bit of a, like, fuck yeah.
Okay.
You
Do I
start
see
speaking in a
the
French
Eye of
accent.
Asmodeus?
You do not see him.
Damn it.
Yeah, that motherfucker rolled a. He's a 31 stealth right now, so.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm guessing I can't, like, use a bonus action and an action to, like, I can't use one but then hold an action.
Why not?
I don't know. Are you gonna let me? So
Well, I
again,
mean, you have to pose it, and if it sounds like something.
can I like try and, like, dragon's breath some devils and then, like, have a action ready to, like, cast magic missile if that dude, like, pops up, but I'm still, like, I'm like 15 feet in the air. I'm just, like, very, like,
You just can't, like, you have to stay where you're at, and if you do that,
Right.
you have to, like, dragon's breath and then hold the magic missile. Look, you can't, like, you're like, I go up 180 feet.
No,
and
yeah,
just
I
wait.
understand
No,
that.
you have to stay put.
Yeah.
So if you're willing to stay put, yeah, all of that's feasible.
That's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to dragon's breath a couple of the dudes, and then I'm going to hold a magic missile in reserve to, like, nail them.
All right, what's their
They need to beat a 16.
Okay, one fails. One succeeds. Three. It's the other way around. One fails. Three succeed.
Okay.
One succeeds with a natural 20.
Okay. So that means five, 10 lightning damage, and then halved for the one that failed.
Okay. So, all right. They are, like, now they're all focused up at you.
Mm-hmm.
But none, like. Okay, yeah. They like are throwing stuff at you, but they can't. They're not, like, none of them hit.
Yeah, they don't have anything they can.
They're just, like, throwing handfuls of rocks and sticks, and, like, they're trying to get. And then one is actually yelling, "You come down here! If you think you're tough, you can't do that."
I'm gonna moon him.
Yeah. All right. He's aroused. He is now 100% aroused. You do not see.
Okay. I'm holding an action, so if he decides to fucking hit me, I'm gonna hit him back with magic missile.
Right. So you said 15 feet, huh?
Yeah.
I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, now, Joel, roll with me on this for a second here, okay? Gnomes and halflings are typically...
I have advantage
On what?
on intelligence, wisdom, or charisma attacks against magic.
Okay, great. This is an ability. Go ahead. What do you got? What's Brian?
Okay. Gnomes and halflings are typically described as having kind of a childlike appearance, right?
Okay.
Except for the giant gray beard.
Wait. Roll with me for a second here, okay? Tickto just mooned a bunch of devils, right?
Uh-huh.
One does this qualify as CP? And 2, does the FBI then bust into the town to like start taking down fools?
No, because he's an adult gnome.
But he looks like a child. No,
You said wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah.
21.
I mean, you can. Okay. All right.
I was kind of hoping we can get some outside assistance.
Yeah, that would have been great. Well then, nothing happens.
Did I detect someone trying to probe my brain?
No. He has an ability called Confession of Transgression. And what it does is, if you fail your wisdom saving throw, you will be racked with guilt.
What is this, Ghost Rider?
Whatever rules you have broken. Not a crime, just times where you broke the rules and it went wrong. Or remorse for getting caught, depending on your alignment.
Okay.
But Tickto, you start feeling, you're like, oh, that one time where, and they're like, no, that was an accident, fuck it. And then you just throw it off, and you're like, Tickto has no guilt whatsoever.
No, he doesn't.
All right, that is his action. So
he doesn't reveal himself in any way?
No.
Bastard.
He's going to continue his stealth, and that is 28.
I literally can't find this guy. It's impossible.
No, you can't. Now we're at the top of the round. No, we're at Edward, and then we're going to go to top of the round for the Giants.
Okay. So the orange one will be for how much I heal the champion for. Okay, so then the one who is unconscious gets 8 plus 6. Okay. So that's 20. I'm sorry, that's a 14 hit points they get back, and the champion gets back 3 plus 5, 8 hit points.
Okay, so the champion looks back, and you don't hide. Like your spells are obvious that you're doing it, right?
Yes, that is correct. And specifically, he did not get hit with Cure Wounds. That was specifically my ability to give him back. So, like, when I do it, I probably even, like, visibly, like, I'll hold out, like, my palm and, like, the image of a chalice and whatnot appears on it.
Okay, so you go and you see, like, as he's fighting toe-to-toe, like, He's got a couple marks and scrapes and a couple cuts on him, and they heal up, and he looks back at you with this quizzical look. And he's like, thanks. And then just takes both of his swords and just right in the neck of this devil, and like quick motion, it falls to the ground. He's an enormous creature, like 7.5 feet tall. Like, he's huge. And as you say to the other one, to the older man, the giant drops down to his knee, and is everyone all right? And then your spell hits the old man, who wakes up, and they're like, are you all right? He's like, it's been a while since I've had excitement like that.
Can you all walk?
I don't know. Maybe. He gets up and he's real shaky, and the giant, like, that was defending them was like, oh, I've got you, and he kind of, like, just wraps up all of them. The littlest ones. The humanoid, the tabaxis are fine. They're moving, like, with their regular cat-like grace. But he takes up the gnomes and the old man in his arms, and he walks off. As you see the old man kind of sit up and clear, he's going to take his hand and, like, rub the gnome, and you watch as she's walking away that gash on her arm, like, close itself up, and then pat her on the shoulder and just kind of, like, he leads his head back.
Dribble's drinking spot seems to be a safe place for the moment. You should get there as soon as
Right.
you can.
Thank you. Is Brock still at the door?
Yes, Brock is still at the door. I'm assuming Samson?
Lee is his name. Who's this Samson?
It doesn't matter. Please get there as soon as you can.
Yay, broccoli.
Yeah, except he is broccoli something now.
Big boy.
Yeah,
Big
but
beefy boy.
This version was not given away.
This version was not mind wiped.
No, he still was mind wiped. He's as dense as they come, but that's why I kept saying the blank look on his face.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now we're back to the giants, and you have only a handful of devils left. So, and 4 giants left. One is significantly wounded now, so he's kind of like stepping back. And so the one that's wounded kind of like moves away, and he's got blood, various puncture wounds
The
on
giant?
his body. Yeah, one of the giants. Yeah. But 2 others are relatively unharmed. I mean, and another one just swings and steps and kills another couple of the lesser devils. There's like now noticing there's probably maybe 8 devils left of note. Like there's the little ones that are running away, but the major like guard force has been pretty much decimated.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one that you guys are actually no longer really worrying about it because the people are starting to fight them back.
Okay. Is it my turn then?
It is now your turn.
I'm just Tickto is going to ready in action and is going to
like
go
another perception check.
Right. Well, not that I can beat it anyway, but it's 18.
Okay. You now notice there are no people in this zone.
Then where the fuck is the guy?
There's buildings.
Okay.
Number of buildings, but there are no people in this zone. They have all like moved past the throng and are now kind of congregating in the marketplace.
Okay.
You can actually see a glowing figure that you think that might be Edward, kind of like pointing people in the direction.
Okay. I'm just gonna yell out, "Some servant of Azmodeus you are! Won't even stand and fight!"
You hear nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. He has taken no sense of your goading.
I don't even get, like, a persuasion roll to get him to, like, reveal himself.
Sure,
well, I'm trying to, like, goad him into, like, getting pissed off. I was like, "Looks like my guard's better than your guard. We're winning this fight."
I just imagine that, like, when you say that, he responds in your head psychically, so you can't tell where he is after that. Like, fuck you.
I mean, if I piss him off enough, he might make a mistake, so...
He does have more abilities of that nature.
Mm-hmm. What's he gonna do, Joel? Do I get a persuasion check, or...?
You need to do an intimidation check. You're trying to get him to be like, fuck you!
Yeah.
I mean...
Intimidation? It doesn't make a difference. Either way, it's a 0. I have no charisma.
Yeah, well, he... Sadly enough, his intimidation is -1, so he's got some abilities, but not very scary.
I rolled a 15.
All right.
Did it work?
You hear in your head, I've never even heard of your god.
Does it matter?
Everywhere.
Does it matter?
Like,
he won the day.
Did he now?
Looks like it to me.
We're going to let Brian's dice decide this one. Do you have a D? Roll a D2 if you have it, or flip a coin, or a D20, whatever you want. We'll go evens or odds.
You know he's got a D2 somewhere.
I know he does, because I know he's got all those weird, like, really pretty ones. So evens is, he favors Tickto. Odds at my side. We'll let the gods of the dice decide.
All right, so you said you wanted a D2?
Yeah, because you have cool ones. I know you have coins too, but...
I do have coins. I'll grab one of my Krakens, though.
Yeah, see?
Let's see here.
I know it sounds dumb, D2, but...
Am I about to get stepped on?
Huh?
Am I about to get stepped on?
I don't know, maybe.
So
We'll
my
see.
Kraken I got that.
Yes.
Ooh. That's fun.
Those make me so happy. I know they're just coins, but they make me super happy.
Well, they're not quite coins because you can see like this actually has a little girth to it, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so Kraken. That's a 2.
So it goes to Tickto. Isn't that what we said? Even as Tickto. All right. He's like, we'll see. And as he does, you see him step out from behind the buildings and just glare at you.
I'd blast him as soon as I see him with a magic missile.
Which means he can use evasion, correct? No, not magic
No.
missile. God damn it.
Yeah, as soon as I see him, I blast him with a magic missile and fly at him and hit him with Dragon's Breath. But, I mean, he'll get evasion with the Dragon's Breath.
Yeah.
So that is a 3rd level, so 5d4.
Oh my god, I did this totally wrong. All right, great. 5d4.
Yeah.
So what'd you get?
Hold on, I need another d4.
You need another D4? You should go to tabletoploot.com and you should enter the code NOL15 for 15% off any such.
So, hey, you guys. I should, after we've been doing this is like, what, our 25th episode, and like, you guys still pop that out? I'm like, love it.
I hit him for
And always-
17 force damage.
All right.
Speaking of which, we should take our break.
I also want a dexterity from him.
30.
Okay, that's and he's gonna use evasion, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So how much was your magic missile?
17.
All right. How far are you on the ground now?
Oh, I like fly by him from 15 feet away, and then I like go up to like 45.
Okay. All right. He is going to look at you like just he's raged, and so he's going to throw a dagger at you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
And hold on, I have to pick the dagger he's using. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. That's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently you hitting him, he missed completely because he rolled a 7. He rolled a 9, sorry. He had a +2 to hit. Fuck this. He's gonna hide again though.
Even though I'm like, I've got him clacked?
Yeah, he's gonna hide again. He can still hide. You didn't catch him.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, he's still a rogue. 28. Can you see him?
No, I can't. I literally can't.
All right. All right, Edward, back to you now. You've gotten a number of devils in the street that are in the various forms of fleeing or fighting townsfolks now. Particularly, there are 2 significant fights going within the area of you. Of a man with what looks like an older sword going against a devil. He's got a they seem to be doing okay because the devil wasn't doing well when he went after it. And there's a number of other people that are standing there with like pitchforks and like clubs, that just pieces that they have grabbed as they started noticing that the tide was turning possibly in their favor. And the other man is sitting there with a large cudgel that he is just braining the shit out of this half-dead devil right there. He looks like he was significantly wounded by a lightning blast. But for the most part, you don't see any other people except for the ones willingly fighting.
Okay, so what I want to specifically do is you mentioned that there was one giant who was starting to fall back because he was hurt.
Yes.
I run to that giant and I cast my Cure Wounds and my starry form chalice on him.
Okay.
So I rush up to this.
Well, what is your movement? And then how far does it take to cast? Does it touch or do you have a range?
If I'm doing actual cure wounds, then I have to touch, but the starry form I could do for 30 feet.
Because he's probably about 60 feet away, so you're not going to be able to cure wounds him, but you will be able to, I think it's healing word you said, you could do that.
I cannot do either one then, because here's the thing. At the moment, I only have cure wounds prepared. I don't have healing word prepared. And in order to do the starry form, I have to use cure wounds in order to do it.
Okay. Is there any way you can make that distance up?
I can use an action to dash, but then I won't be able to take the action to cure wounds.
Well, then I would suggest you moving up and holding it, because he's too far away for you.
What I will do then is...
Has Edward seen my conflict with this rogue figure going on?
Let's see.
Oh, okay, wait, no, better. I got it, okay? I won't be able to use my starry form this particular turn because it's a bonus action in order to use, but what I will specifically do is I will use Misty Step to teleport 30 feet up, and then I will use the rest of my movement to get to him and then cast Cure Wounds.
You get right up to him then. Like you Misty Step and you get up there.
Yeah. Okay.
And you touch him. And you get covered in a little bit of dirt and, grime. You don't care, though.
Yeah. 7 points healing to him.
Okay. You see a couple of the wounds up, but what you definitely see is he looks down at you with this look. I was like a little confused for a minute, not processing what's happening. And then, go ahead.
I look to him, and I go like this.
he goes.
I just want to basically tell him Hulk smash devils.
Yeah, he gets. He understands what you're saying. All right. Tickto. Well, hold on. Giants. The remaining giants that are still in. Oh, Jesus Christ! 2 criticals and a 19.
Ooh.
They proceed to find everything remotely winged and non-human and anything that looks slightly infernal, and just stop the fucking shit out of it. There are no devils left that haven't fled. Okay. These last 3 saw their friend get wounded, somebody come heal him, and they've got this crazy little bug fucking shooting lightning and fire, various little pokey things all out in the air, and they're like, right, let's end this. And so they fucking stop everything into the ground. And then the 2 fights in the town, you see one of the giants go, and just squash him. It is now Tickto's turn.
I was like, oh. Looks like you don't have any more devils. What are you going to do now, Mr. Eye of Asmodeus?
All right.
Do you want another persuasion or intimidate?
Yeah, an intimidation.
And I'm holding an action again until I fucking see his ugly mug.
Okay.
And you want an intimidate?
An intimidation, yes, correct.
17.
All right, and then his is, since I'm not going to use, I have to get over to the campaign and see where your character is at. How are you doing?
I don't need to tell you.
I can actually see it, so yeah. I mean, that being a thing, you're doing all right.
Yeah, I am. Actually.
Pretty awesome. You're doing all right there.
He's only hit me twice.
Right. Copy that. Gotta fuck you up. All right. Let's see what this is. 28.
Chronal shift.
Huh? Oh, you want me to do it again?
No.
All right. 17.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's my reaction, isn't it?
He looks in your head. You hear in your head, he's like... Except this one, like, got a bit of bite to it. He goes, he's like, I've played this game before. And you are going to take, he's got an ability to add psychic damage. You're going to take 13 points of psychic damage as he uses his psychic energy ability.
Okay. And he's just, like, staying not visible.
How high up are you again?
45.
Yes. He
Cocksucker.
is going to stay hidden. But I do have to, since he talked, okay, that's 28.
Alright.
So he's still hidden.
Edward!
He would have fucking killed the shit out of you if you were on the ground.
Yeah, because he would have just, like, run up and just, like, stabbed me.
Right. Well, all of his blades are, like, super magic and fucking nasty as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, no, I'll just stand in the air and poke at you.
Yeah, exactly. Is Edward... Can I see Edward?
It's now Edward's turn. Edward, perception check from you.
Can I see Edward?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Edward, there's a guy here, and he's a dick. And he keeps hiding, and I can't hit him.
Yeah, it's a glowing ball of light.
There's this guy who's over here being mean to me.
Yeah. All I did was shoot him with lightning and hit him with a bunch of little missiles, but he's being a jerk.
Yeah.
Tell him to knock it off.
All right, perception check, Edward, because you're
Tell him
looking
to
around.
stop being a bitch and let me kill him.
Okay. Perception then. So 18 plus, so 26.
Oh, you were so close.
No, Edward's
You're like looking around, and
Edward's
you swear
the one
you
that can...
smell this son of a bitch. You're like, where? And you're looking around, and you just missed him.
Okay.
Because didn't he roll like a 28? Like, and you got a 26?
Yeah.
All right. All right.
So specifically, if I hear him like yelling at like me for assistance or something like that, what I suppose I'll do, because the giant looks better, yes?
He's better, and they've just killed everything around him, and they don't see this thing. So.
Okay. But they're still kind of like more or less at the edge of town.
Yeah, but they are now, since they've stomped everything into the ground. It's their initiative round. They are now turning and like gathering up their like fallen comrade. They're like they're like going to pick him up, or like they're turning to look at him to see how bad it was. That, I mean, they're pretty sure he's dead because the guy decapitated him. But
well, I mean, can I tell at a glance if he's actually dead?
Well, unless
He
you
lost
have
his head.
His head was cut off. So unless you got a spell to fix that.
Probably not at the moment.
He's like, I actually have reverse beheading. It's actually a very unique spell, only to myself.
I mean, unless you want me to get like really fucking creative with it, like.
Sure. Again, I would expect nothing else from Brian Ballard.
Well, I mean, okay. Could I technically polymorph this thing into a troll so that he has regenerative abilities and therefore can like, I'll set his head next to him and it just starts to like heal up?
Idea so much. Yes, but you're gonna have to roll extremely high.
I mean, polymorph doesn't require it. No, it does. Okay, so.
No. This is for you to pull it off.
Oh,
this
okay.
isn't.
You gotta roll for it. You gotta roll some Arcana.
Yeah, he's obviously failing. whatever check it is because he's just laying there.
Okay, well then what?
So
would you want
yes,
me
you
roll
go to
for
check it. The body is still warm, and you're like, "Wait a minute."
this?
You can touch.
Be careful.
both pieces.
Be careful. You're making this canon, Joel.
I know, and it's making me so happy. But I like
we
the
just
weird
we
shit.
just
Like,
pioneered troll-based resurrection spells.
Yeah. All right. You got to touch both pieces though.
Okay, that's not a problem. I'll rush over and I'll touch both pieces and cast polymorph. What do you want me to roll for this?
I'm gonna say let's do an Arcana.
Okay, I am super not good at Arcana, so this should be great.
Yeah. Like this is literally if the dice gods want you to have this.
All right, hey, you never know. Hey, that's a 19 plus 2, so 21.
You go up to touch this thing, and you're like, they're looking at it, and they're sad, and you're like, you go up, you can't quite touch the skin of the head, but you can grab kind of like part of its
Beard.
hair or beard, and you grab it, and like you push a lot of juice into it. Like your whole body starts to glow, and like you are, and like you push it, and it shrinks into this horrible smelling mountain, and they're a little pissed for a minute. And then you like drag the head over, and it slowly melds together. And then you collapse. You're unconscious. Not dead. Not dead. You are just spent. Like your next turn, you are out. So.
Okay, got it. I'll take a round to rest.
Yeah, like
For,
you are
for
out.
basically performing a resurrection spell below level. All right.
Yeah. Well, it's a polymorph. Like he's gonna be a troll until somebody beats the shit out of him and turns him back into a giant.
No, because
No.
I can dismiss it.
Okay, well,
No,
right now
It's
you're
not true poly.
They are confused because you just healed one.
Well, technically, as soon as he loses
hold on.
consciousness, then the polymorph would
Hold on,
cancel
Rose
out.
Lawyer. This is my story, so shut up. So no, the spell takes effect, and the you fall over. Like you're spent.
I
don't give a damn what you say, Ben. The giants are like confused. You just healed one, and then you like go through it.
I was going to say, technically, as soon as he loses consciousness, then the polymorph would lift.
Yeah, and they're like they don't know, and then you. And then you put the head on, and then you collapse. And now they're just looking. They're stunned. So their turn. They're just like, Tickto. You are also quite stunned as to what the fuck just happened.
Edward, what am I going to do with you? Fuck, I don't even know what to do.
I think you should get creative.
I know. I'm just trying to think of like how to like smoke this guy out.
I don't suppose you have any kind of spells that don't necessarily do damage.
I
like,
know what to do.
More or less do like an effect in a radius sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I would have to know his general location for that, but I know what to do. So I'm gonna like try and like I'm gonna do another flyover, try and get another look. I'm looking really carefully. Do I get like a perception? Or it's a 28 or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't beat that even with a nat 20. I guess I'm gonna fly up a little higher and basically like circle around looking for this guy. I've got an action prepared for if he pops up, if I see him. Come out, wherever you are, Mr. Eye of Asmodeus.
He is going. He's going to do two things. One, he is going. You're going to see him pop up on top of the house.
As soon as I see him, I'm gonna.
Did you hold the action?
Yeah, I had a held action for as soon as I saw the fucker.
Okay. Go ahead.
Levitate.
Okay, and that is, what is the save?
Constitution.
He makes that one. He uses
By how
one
much?
of his other it doesn't matter. He uses a legendary action.
Chronal
He
shift.
succeeds on that one. Huh?
Chronal
He's got
shift.
3 of them, so he's going to succeed it again.
Well, at least he burned up another legendary
Yeah.
action.
Now he's looking a little less comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to he's going to throw hold on, a dagger at
So
you.
wait, how many?
Hold on. It's a psychic dagger. So it's 5d8. Cuz he's burning, he's on his last ditch. So he's burning on all the last, he's throwing out the last bit of his juice before he's going to take off.
Mm.
Oh wow, you are insanely lucky. So
Time magic, bitch.
Yeah, magic, bitch. That's wow. I hate this game. 5d8, and guess what the damage was?
What did he hit? What did he roll to hit?
Huh?
What did he roll to
The
hit?
psychic one, they automatically go.
What?
It's like a magic missile. Yeah, it's a psychic. There's a psionic,
Bullshit.
psionic rogue.
Okay.
Anyways, 10 points of piercing damage for you, and then he's going to use his dash ability and take off towards the church.
So he just dashed?
Yeah, he dabbed. He took off towards the church.
Okay. Does this guy look particularly devilish?
No. He looks like humanoid.
He's a person?
He looks like a person.
Ah. Pity. Fireball.
Okay. What's the save?
Actually, wait. I might. Oh, I don't have a 4th level spell left. Never mind. And actually, no. Fuck it. I'm gonna hit him with another magic missile. So there is no save. So that is. Where are my D4s? Should I check them in here? Check them in here.
You got to keep track of your health there, Tickto.
I did.
You should be at 20. What are you at now?
13.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you just hit me for 10. I was at 26.
Okay.
Don't accuse me.
Well, it didn't show. It wasn't changing on my screen.
Oh, you probably had to read.
Yeah, you were at like 36. I'm like, you went at 36 for 2 attacks.
Nope.
All right, so you're gonna magic missile. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find enough D4s is what I did because I'm stupid and dumped them all back into my dice bag.
Okay.
Oh, fuck it. D8. I'll just have that one. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13 plus 5. 18 points of force damage. And I'm going to use my carpet's movement to get within 15 feet of him and hit him with the dragon's breath.
That is a 20 for his evasion, so he's going to get out of the way for that one.
I'm confused on what turn. Do I still have another reaction?
I do not think so.
Okay.
All right. Edward, you wake up to some confused giants and a troll that has started to repair its head.
Is it? If I were to cancel the spell at the moment, does it look like he would survive?
Oh no! He would have massive holes in his neck.
No, what I mean is, does it look like he would technically live, and then I
No.
could just cure wounds the rest of it?
The head is not
You gotta
finished
hold it for a little
reattaching.
bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah, the head is not finished reattaching.
That's fine. He's got up to an hour to reattach it, so.
Yeah, so it should be, but you're looking at the speed. It should take very little time to get there. So.
Question is, did you put it on backwards?
Right? Is it on correctly, or will he need chiropractic care for the remainder of his life?
I'm hoping the regenerative quality will just kind of fix whatever I didn't do. Okay.
All right.
It might be a little stiff for a day. He's got a.
All right. You said 18. 18 damage. All right. This guy is fucked. His next turn, he just bolts straight into the Temple of Asmodeus.
He makes it.
He makes it.
Okay.
So, what are you doing?
Do you want to assault the church?
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, he makes it into the spire of the three-faced god. So
Can I still
whatever.
see him?
No, he's inside the building now. He's actually jumped through the second floor window. So he's in. He was running along the rooftops and
How was he
Jumped in.
looking before he jumped in? Was he fucked up?
He looks like he's fucking been shot through a shitload of holes from a tiny, angry gnome wizard.
Is he on
He's
his...
got more uses of magic missile than anybody has any business doing.
Well, I mean, technically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 uses of magic missile, if that's what I want to do. If I go up to the window, can I still see him? Or how far?
You are able to, yes.
I
You're
can
able
see
to
him?
go up to the window.
Can I see him?
You can look in the window.
Or did he have to use his dash action to get in? So would
you
he
in the
be able
window?
to hide? I went up to the window.
Okay, you look in the window. It is pitch black. In there is a wall of blackness that looks like somebody hung a sheet over the window. It is absolute darkness.
You guys ever seen that meme where it's all like, "Oh, this arrow has your name on it, but my fireball is to whom it may concern."
Yeah, I love that.
That's what that's what I was thinking, except I used my last 3rd level spell just now.
Okay.
I mean, I can hit the temple with a dragon's breath.
Okay. But it'll only be effective through the window. It's not the cone. The cone still goes through the window. So if he's standing on the other side of the window, it'll just go through the window.
Yeah. So it won't hit him unless if he's standing on the other side.
Right in front of him, and I will tell you just right off the bat, he's not
Standing in front of the window.
Yeah, would you?
No. No.
Wizard, they could shoot me with all sorts of shit. I'll just stand here. Maybe tell him to go fuck himself. A whole bunch.
I was actually more thinking about building destruction than anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could try to bring the building down around his ankles.
I'm gonna cast another Wither and Bloom inside the thing, and it's a 10-foot radius. Was he able to get that far into the building? I mean, I won't know that.
You don't know.
I'm still gonna cast it.
Okay.
So.
Where do you smack in the center?
Smack in the center of this tower.
Okay.
Okay.
see nothing happen. You
That's
hear
fine.
it. You hear like a.
The spell goes
Nothing
up.
happened.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes off. You just don't see it.
Okay.
You don't see it. You don't see anything happen. Then, hold on. I have to see how much.
I'm gonna back up from the window. I mean, only you can decide if he was in the range of the spell. So.
Nice decide. I do pass or fail on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't make it up because that's just terrible. Then I'm being a bastard.
Yeah.
How much do you have left? Fuck, he burned them all. God damn it. For that shitty ass throw to you.
Mm-hmm. And I backed away from the window. Are you still
How
there,
far away are
mister?
you?
I backed up like to 60 feet from the window.
60 feet from the window.
Yeah.
All right. Does an 18 hit you?
Shield.
Does an 18 hit you? Just say yes or no. What's your AC?
My AC is 14 until I cast shield.
Which then it's what?
19.
Okay, I don't care. As you get out, you see like this dagger just flies out and sticks right at the front of the carpet. And you see the room lighten up as the darkness disappears, and there's a little, like, wrapped around the hilt is like a ribbon or like a letter, like paper. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And the room clears up. You see the darkness fall. You can see in the room, and you can just see like shit exploded all over the inside of the room. Like there's just junk everywhere. And it looks like you kind of like destroyed like a supply room because there's like pieces of bread and like oozing fruits and stuff that you've like obliterated. Yeah, but there's no sign of this person.
All right, I'll read the note.
All right.
Oh shit! Explosive runes. God damn it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It goes up there and it's like, eat dicks. No. It says, Lord Asmodeus will hear of this. Fuck you, wizard.
Good. I hope he does. I'm gonna burn down this church once you fucker.
What's your plan?
Well, maybe I'll take a temperature reading of how the city feels about things before I do that.
You said burn down the church. I feel like that's your signature move. Like, that should be your signature everything. Just burn the church down every time you do anything. Fuck you!
I mean, I don't really have the spell to really do it right now, so...
It's firebolted for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, right. I prefer to be a little bit more showy than that.
They're like, it's kind of lackluster as he's just like...
flying over circles around the thing. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
God, I'm so
everybody on the ground is like, I'm going to be honest, I expected more out of him in that last one. With all that stuff he did, I really expected to be more of a... No, all right. Edward, you now see that the suture around the neck has healed.
Yeah, once that's figured out, I fly back to Edward.
Yeah. Are you at Edward, or are you in the center of the town?
I fly back to Edward.
Okay. And you see, you're now to the point where you're confident enough. I mean, you could do a medicine check. Let's do that. We'll let the dice tell you, because I don't let you roll enough. I did more today than most times, though. I told you I'm going to try to let the game work a little bit more.
15 plus 8, so 23.
Oh, yeah, you are super aware. You almost, like, you feel after seeing the inside of this wound and the outside, you're like, I probably can let it go. And which is good, because taking a read of the behavior of the giants, they are not happy that you desecrated the corpse of their friend.
Okay, yeah, no.
They are getting, I would say, antsy, if I would have to pick a term.
I will dismiss the concentration, and he returns back to the form of a giant.
But he is unconscious, but he does take like a like shuddering breath.
I will
And,
at that point then cure wounds him.
Okay.
And use the so hopefully this wakes him up.
Okay.
So that is another 10, 17 points back to him.
Oh yeah. No, he wakes up. He wakes up and does one of these, like wakes up and like stretches and cracks his neck a little bit, looks real fucking confused. And you hear him in a very deep, like the deep giantish voice,
What the fuck happened?
yeah. And you have no idea what the fuck he says.
Mhm.
But you see the other giants be like they're doing all these gestures and like pointing to you, and we're like fix it, like they're doing. You could tell they're doing all these gestures, kind of like thinking that's how you talk. Like they're communicating with the gestures so that because they're making a lot of gestures and point to you. I'll let you know, point to the guy's head, and then it came off, and then it was put back on. So you kind of get the idea.
Am I there by that point?
Are you still circling the tower?
No, I said
okay.
once I got that note, I went back to Edward because I figured that guy's long gone.
Yeah, you're almost there. Then we'll say.
All right.
So yeah, you're landing right at the time as he's just gets done with the cure wound, and you're watching all of this.
Excuse me, do any of you speak common? No-ish? Infernal?
They're like, one's like, me speak, bit.
Ah. Good. I'm gonna like raise up to his eye level on the carpet.
But
He's like,
underneath their voice, like now that everything's gone and it's very clear, you hear a voice in the same, not as deep, but you hear another voice. You turn and you see that massive barbarian speaking giant.
oh fuck yeah.
To that, saying it. It sounds a lot like, thank you. Like you hear, but there's not a lot of just many gestures. And he's standing out there. And then he looks. He's like, they say you speak giant. He looks to you, Edward.
I only speak common, druidic, elvish, gnomish, and sylvan.
Right. They said you put his head back and healed them. They say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You may tell them that I am a friend.
And then he says, and they're like, And then they say, they respond, and he's like, they say, for what you've done, you are friend to them as well.
I ask my friends if they would like to destroy a tower. To the devils.
He looks at them and he says it, and he's like, the Shattered Stone Clan says it would bring them nothing but joy to do so. And he's like, they asked which one? Or all of them?
Tickto, I believe you were doing something just now over at that temple to the three-faced god or whatever.
Yeah. Do you care if we level that bitch to the ground, sir?
I personally don't give a shit. And I don't think many people in town will.
All right.
But there will be a massive fear of retribution.
Well...
Especially with the one with the hammer on it. That one, Piotr tends to be unforgiving.
Yes, well... let's just say there's a new god in town, and he doesn't like Azmodeus.
As they're talking, like, you see more people come out of the town, and one is that old man that you saved.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got some similar tendencies to and he says in Sylvan, he says to Edward, he's like, there's a lot of fear for those people. He's like, the devils, they're afraid of retribution. He said, your friend says a new god in town. What will guarantee our safety? Is this new god capable of keeping them safe?
In truth, I do not know. This Pelor that I think my friend is referring to is not quite the god that I was thinking would take place in this town. In fact, we were kind of hoping that there was already a particular presence here. We, through magical means, detected that this spot was, shall we say, contested area.
According to Burke over there, and he points to the giant.
The half giant.
Yeah. He says that they came in screaming that the devils attacked them for no reason and had violated an agreement or something, that one was out with his pet and they killed it and then attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
They said they are tired of their shit.
I think a lot of people are tired of their shit.
You speak Sylvan?
Oh, fuck. Never mind.
He's like...
Those savages.
Yes. To kill a creature... I mean, they're frightening, but they're not dangerous.
I hate this cannon.
Love it. I think it's fantastic.
What kind of a psychopath kills a person's pet?
No, I mean, horrific. I mean, for those that
so
follow...
mad. You guys don't understand.
For those of us that venerate life and nature, to just attack someone's beloved pet for no reason, it's monstrous.
Goes beyond the pale.
I mean, it's truly evil. But, they showed us a path of resistance, and I feel some of us got caught in the moment.
Well, I mean, at this point...
You're still not speaking Sylvan.
I'm gonna
damn
fucking
it.
walk away, because I can't fucking talk. I'm gonna go take a piss, because I can't fucking talk right now.
Now in common, he said...
I don't suppose any of you here are familiar with a particular deity known as Saint Cuthbert.
No, we don't.
Okay, it was a long shot, but I thought I'd...
He looks and he does switch to common, and he says... He's like, good people of Duordain. There seems to be a god in opposition to Lord Azmodeus, and wishes to know if you would be interested. A lot of people are grumbling. They're like, no, he'll kill us. Who's going to protect us? You know? Then you get, fuck him and fuck those devils, you know. And what does he offer? How do we know he won't be worse than Azmodeus? He might be better. And Burke turns, he's like, the Shattered Stone clan says they're willing to destroy these towers to Logi, Piotr, and Azmodeus. What say you? And the people all are now switching suddenly back to a language Tickto doesn't speak, are like... They take a vote and see... Oh.
I'm just going to point out, you all decided to fight the devils already, so...
Oh, we got caught up in the moment! seemed like it was a fair side.
Would your god of justice give a shit?
No, and we don't either.
Very well.
Go ahead, tear it down.
Fuck yes!
Let the dice decide. And Burke turns and he looks and nods and just like, yep, do it. And the 4 giants, the one that's still recovering from being a troll and beheaded, moving a little bit slower than the other ones, but they gleefully lay into the towers and just decimate them.
Tickto is joining them and just like breathing fire on the...
And as that falls, there's a small, like, light that falls to the ground. And, you see a small sapling come up out of the ground right in the middle of the marketplace.
Oh, hell yeah, I know what's coming now.
Yeah. And, as it comes up and, you see kind of like this blonde-haired, blue-eyed cat, like, patterned shirt. He's like, walks out of the light.
Hey, buddy.
He's like, hey, everyone, I'm, Pillar. Look at you. Maybe make your lives a little bit better. And, as the tree is growing beside him, there is, you see, why can't I remember his name now? Duordain. Yeah. Duordain steps out with him. And he's like, Pillow brings goodness and purity to our lives.
Is he in lion form, or is he in, like, a...
He's just, like,
form?
really robust form now.
Okay.
He's like, it's kind of like an older...
He's not, like...
No, he's not, like, full rage monster.
No, but he's not, like... Because before he was like, I'm old, and then...
Yeah, well, that's why he's pretending to be the one of...
Lord, I don't mean to be rude, but I was going to ask you earlier, considering that this entire mess started because one god had too much power, do you think that it is possible and perhaps practical that we leave this area to a different god from your realm? Someone perhaps who is either neutral or someone who still maintains some level of goodness, but perhaps in a different way than you.
I mean, yeah, we could, but I'm just going to say I don't think they've got the level of juice to kind of keep these guys safe as I do. But I understand your concern.
Perhaps you could set up some sort of alliance. If there were, say, another god who shared your goodness, but perhaps not necessarily...
Oh, I understand completely what you're trying to say. Like, you're afraid that I'm going to become like the anti-Azmodeus, but that's not really how we work. Like, we work as a group.
I'm more concerned with the fact that one entity having any too much power is perhaps...
Well, right now it's just one that owns everything, and I own... And I've got, like, a little bit of influence here, like... But, I respect you trying to keep me honest, you know.
Sorry.
For now, I think I'm probably your best bet to kind of at least get these scales balanced.
Then you will be the one...
But, I mean, we could definitely go take a look afterwards. I've got a few that I would like to bring in. You know, unless you got a better idea from a different realm, you know. Because I don't want this to happen. I'm not going to be guarding chains to keep There's Dune at bay. That's not my job. I mean, it's part of my job, but I don't want it to be my only job.
Well, I'm really not familiar as far as other gods are concerned, so this is...
I can teach you. If you want to learn, I can teach you.
Learning?
I mean, there's the Wild Mother. She's pretty cool. She's a good druid god. You would love her. Like, but she doesn't mess with towns or mountains. She's more like forests and meadows and stuff.
Well, to put it in a way that I think is more precise, Lord, I think I've learned something on my journey. And I think it is the reason why myself and Tickto were destined to be the ones to come here. Here in this place, it seems like you gain power from belief, from people who have a certain way of looking at things.
Kind of everywhere, actually.
That is the difference between myself and the rest of them. I believe only in myself, and that gives me great power.
It gives you definitely an objective way of looking at stuff. I'll give you that. But for now, I think we should tend to this town and make sure that we can keep it as safe as possible, because from what I understand, we're starting to stir a pot.
Yes.
I mean, I knew it wouldn't be easy.
There was
And I knew it would be messy, but we got some work to do, man.
There was
Here we have an armory.
Yeah, we do. We do have an armory, and from what I understand, this is like a significant spot. They're gonna feel this loss. This is where Navariel tells me it started.
Can you guys not hear me?
Only your like time wizard could go back and like fix it. Like that would be cool to stop this from happening, but that's a long way off.
Well, perhaps if we ever get Navariel's ship back, we can do just that.
Right? I mean, we could check. The first thing is we're going to have to try to rebuild those high heavens as well. Like, that's a missing part. That's a problem. Maybe we can.
Being a celestial god...
Where is Ben right now? What happened to Ben?
I do not know. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. But, all right. But it is time, so we'll continue this up with the rebuilding of Duordain.
Sorry, apparently something weird happened with my computer and my mic and camera like crashed. So, oh yeah, it was just like the last like 30 seconds, and it was just my audio, not your guys's. Your guys's is fine.
All right, well, I hope everything's all right.
Yep.
I hope you enjoyed our episode. Apologize for the choppy ending. We'll recap next week and look forward to you joining us.
Yeah. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys on Monday.